can see the candle did what? Trade down. Where did it stop at? Consequence encroachment. Stopped at where? Consequence encroachment. Even though yes, the wicks do the damage, yes, they trade outside of the fair value gap, but watch where the body stays, just right above consequence encroachment, and did what? Starts to trade away. So that is the kind of price action I'm expecting. Now I'm watching how we trade where? Above here, right here. I'm watching how we trade above here. I'm demanding speed above there. That's what I'm demanding at the current moment. So that if it shows that if we're really bullish, then I should be, that's what I should be expecting right here, when it's trading into towards this area here. So right now, um, so I'm watching how this candle closes. So to determine where I'll move my stops to. In fact, for now, my stop stays at the breaker. So I'm watching this candle here. I'm watching this candle. Does it act as support? Does this entire this thing act as support here and send price higher? This is what I'm watching. This is what I'm watching right here. See where this candle did? It did what? Trade down to where? Fell short of what? Consequence encroachment. Did what? Consequence encroachment. Just fell short of it. No, sorry, it tapped consequence encroachment and started to leave it. So that is how I'm viewing that candle right there, as what? To act as support for price. So this is exactly what. Then now I'm looking at for it to do what? To trade high above this with what? Speed, with a lot of speed. So that's what I'm demanding from this price right now. Then once it takes out this high, I'll move my stops to break even. I'll move my stops just below this, just below consequence encroachment of this inversion fair value gap right here. So that's what I'm watching right now. And how do we get up above here? Does it do it with speed, or does it just taps it, then flex around and begin to drop? So that's what I'm watching. Let me remove this. And this right here was the breaker I was outlining before. What's the breaker? This is a low, a high, then a lower low. I got in right here before, but I got stopped out because I traded my stop too tight, so I got stopped out. My stop loss was just way below consequence encroachment here, and it got stopped out. So I had to re-enter once more for this trade to move in my direction once again. So now I'm watching here. See this, how it trades above it. Does it do it with speed, or does it just wicks above it, then begins to fail? So you know what, let me take this off. In fact, let me take this off also. Then let me take standard deviation off also. You have to see naked charts. right here, and now it's no more viable. So we're still watching this fair value gap. Does it still offer support, or now it starts to reject price and start to rotate lower? Or does this still hold price up? Because what I'm still watching is, look at this. It did what? Created what? Equal highs. Created equal highs. Then did this sharp movement down. I'm looking at all this as a fake run. Then just for us to run above this equal highs later. So I'm watching to see how this candle starts to move in that direction. Okay. Seems right now it says, bro, I'm not going nowhere. The fascinating thing that I'm watching is how they all just come back to do what you expect, this consequence encroachment, then trade away from it. I would like to see this move away from this, but still it says mm-mm. Well, we're watching. Right now this inversion, watching that inversion. That's crazy. Look at this. This is this is something else. This is something out of a masterclass. So let's watch. So now I'm watching these two up close, these two down close candle right here. If we get up above, if we get up above these two up close candle, if we trade above it, I'm watching to see how this is used as another block to get up, run above, start pushing us higher. Right now. Small volume imbalance coupled with this down close candle. Oh man.
Imura Batosa.
I'm watching that volume imbalance. I want to see how it supports price higher. This look it up. It's there. It's just this chart doesn't really show much of it, but it's there. irritating me very little, but I'm watching that. How do we support price away from this? Man, okay, we're almost at a macro, so we likely get stopped out if it doesn't start doing moving in our favor. So once it's 950, 750, 750 macro right here. So most likely might get stopped out. All the algorithmic signature right now is screaming, I'm not going. Oh, so now I'm watching this macro opening. It's the 8 o'clock macro. Okay, 750 macro to 810. Has some crazy ass week, my bro. This right here is so messed up. Come on, bro. Now he wants to run. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. That's the speed I'm looking for. Nice one. Nice one, brother. Nice one, brother. So right here, I'm watching to see, do we maintain this, or does it just digs into it right here and start to drop lower? So I'm watching all this right here. I'm also watching these two down close candles. If they act as what support for price to move to continue higher. Man, Man, this is some master class, bro. Come on, bro. So, and I'm watching this place. I'm watching here, and I'm looking to see how this place get traded to. Does this? And I'm watching this to act as a breakaway gap. Uh, I'm watching this to stay open as a breakaway gap. Doesn't mean price can't trade back into it. It does. It can. But where am I watching for price to? I'm watching where this the upper portion of this candle here to stay open. If price trades back into it, what I'm watching is for it to stay fully open as what a breakaway gap. So that's why I'm watching this candle as right now. So far, what have we been seeing in algorithmic signatures? This inversion fair value gap. Did you see how price has been traded to it here? Watch. Even though there is you know, coloring outside of the line here, but look at watch these candles. Where did they after trading downwards? See where they closed. This one too. After trading, look at where it closed. Just where above consequence encroachment. This one too. It traded where down. Look at where it stopped. It didn't even. It did not even close inside this gap anymore. He says, bro, I want to start running. I want to start running away. Like, bro, those are the signatures I'm looking for in price. So let's mark that out again. Let's use the ruler this time. This was at the end it's 17 and 8. Something like. So what am I watching? I'm watching one, two. I'm watching how the support price higher. I'm also watching the consequence encroachment of this candle. I'd like to see how price use it to send price higher. I'm also watching this other block right here. I want to see them use this to actually support price to the upside. So far, I said once we get up above this kind of here, I'm moving my stops to where just below where consequence encroachment of this, and that's where my stop's gonna be at. That's what I'm looking at, this discount, what this discounts order block to do what support price higher. So now I'm watching to see this upper portion of this gap. I'm watching it and see it to do what send price higher. I don't lose control. And don't forget, we're still in the macro also. And one thing, see, looking at the 5 minutes also, see, look at this. One, two, three. I'm looking at this as engineering liquidity to just to do what? Go and run up on them later on. So this is I'm watching how this place is being used to engineer buy side liquidity. One, two, three. So making them look well out like what? Making them look like strong. Retail will see this as what? One, two, three. Three patterns, so go bearish. So I'm watching to see how this is being used, how price is being traded to in this area here. Then we now run up against those this relative equal highs right here. So right now I would like to see this starts to get traded away, and you see this what support price. So I would not like to see us return back into this inversion fair value gap right here. So I'm watching this interest rate. So I'm watching these two down close candle. I see them support price to the upside. I wouldn't even right now. There are so many premium array and discount arrays here that should actually support price higher. So I'm watching this means threshold. I wouldn't even like to see it traded to. I wouldn't even like to see it traded to. If price start reaching for it, to make me do what? Not have much confidence in this trade anymore. Probably I would like to close the trade because this is too. This is another block right here, and this is what another discount array right here. So I'm watching this. I'm watching this entire candle. Now the upper portion, that is what I want to see what price do what used to do what support price to the upside. So these two candles right here, I like to see them act as support and mean threshold. I would not even like to see candle come back to main threshold because that's already is already way too down in a discount for me to actually believe price is still running to our target at the moment. So right now, as we are looking at price, what is price doing right here? Also, I'm watching how this candle gets traded to with speed. I want to see some speed above there. Need speed above here. So back to what I was saying. Look at where price, how price is expecting what this consequence encroachment traded a little bit down, but look at where the bodies, they all stayed where, right at inside the premium area of this fair value gap, and do what, send price higher. So once we get up above here, I'll be trailing my stops just below consequence encroachment, of this breakaway gap. So let's remove that. So let's remove this. I like to watch a naked chart to do what, get a feel for order flow correctly. Watching this breakaway gap. Oh man, this is so much of a masterclass, bro. Come on, come on. That's, here we go, here we go. That's the kind of speed I'm expecting, and I would like to see that remain strong. Not this right here. This is not what I would like to see. Like, it's just waking up above there, then falling down and retracing. I would like to see it continue with that kind of signature, of that strength. Yeah, that's what I would like to see it continue with. This is so much of a masterclass, bro. So now I'm moving my stops. Where? Let me get. So just below consequence encroachment of this kind of this breakaway gap. So moving my stops there. Man, that's how we do it, man. So I'm still watching where the 5 minutes, and I would like to see them run against retail that thinks this is what real resistance to what, do what, send price lower. So I'm watching that, see them send what, price higher. And also I'm watching here right now. I'm looking to see this as a breakaway gap. I'm looking to see this as a breakaway gap, and price shouldn't trade into it. If we are really strong on order flow right now, price shouldn't drop into this. So I'm watching this as what, those people that went what, short, and they had their stop loss right above here. So I'm watching now price trade to, and not give them enough time to do what, pull their orders in. So to run against them real fast, real quick, not giving them enough time to do what, close their position, and they will come out in what, a loss. So that's what I'm watching to see price do right here. Oh man. Man, this is a masterclass, bro. Masterclass. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Not giving them what enough time to do what to pull their holders out of the market, then run against them with what speed. Right there. Perfect. Perfect. So now what I'm watching is what this breakaway gap. I'm doing what? Just putting my stops where below consequence encroachment to lock in a little bit of profit, you know. Oh my god, bro, this is a masterclass, bro. Beautiful, 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 man. Oh man. You know what these things, man. And now this candle here, yeah, this one can get traded into. I like to see this act as support for price higher. But this one, I would not like to see this one get traded into. I like that institutional order flow entry drill. Come on, man. Okay, so I'm watching and I'm looking at this up and down close candle, this down close candle here, this bearish candle, as what an order block coupled with this fair value gap. So for this to do what? Send us higher. Man. So now let's go back to our initial entry. Bro, teaching a master class right here, bro. Huh? Bro, too too clean, too smooth, bro. Come see now. I literally called everything out.
Let it go, let it go.
Okay, now let's go back to the standard deviation. So now we've hit our what 1.5 target. So most people should be content right here. I'm sorry. Okay. I think I might have caught a cold. Might have caught a cold, bro. So standard deviation. We hit what? -1, -1.5. So that's, in my opinion, how much? 23 handles, and that's already good enough. It's good enough for a decent trade, bro. We did what already ran above what engineered buy stops. But my initial this thing was still here, negative three and a half, three quarter, yeah. So that's what I'm watching. We might not get it, we might, but that's what I'm watching right here. Let's just put that equalize. Why? I'm watching this way too clean, way too smooth. So I'm looking for price to do what? To get up above this place here, right there. And now I need speed above this recent high that has been created here. Since we had what institutional order flow entry drill right here. So let's go in detail to mark that out. IOFED. Institutional order flow entry drill. Nice, right there. So that's the speed I needed above where here. So now a continuation to work to the upside. Bro, man. Standard deviation. Now let's go back to what's cleaning up our charts. Cleaning up the charts, bro. Okay. So now that we got this institutional order flow entry drill here, I'm moving my stops to just below this right here. Why? Just to lock in a little bit of profits, you know. And pre-market is something. Okay. And let's continue to watch. So anytime we have what a volume imbalance, once we have a volume imbalance right here, we always do it, and we see a fair value gap also form with the volume imbalance. We mark out from the volume imbalance to the high of this candle right here and the volume imbalance. So we are watching that do what? Walk inside it. Can it come back to this second?
There's some heat in here, right? Okay, you did it. My bad.
Can it come back inside this other fair value gap? It can, but what would we like to see if to support our idea of candles still maintaining a bullish order flow, just for it to come back weak inside and starts to run away from us. That's what we want to see. Bro, I need a cup. Then when your family clothes, where you wash
No,
finish.
this one, they was,
There is no need to wash
they
am.
was, just thing.
Eh,
They was on there.
since say you go pay them sharp, man.
You go by my dad. I understand, man. I go and let me soak this one with type.
Oh goodness. So we lock in a little bit more. And we see how price delivered right here. Just fell short. Watch this, watch this. Price did what? Drops down. This is consequence encroachment. What did he do? Fell short of what? Let's get real up close, bruh. He did what? Fell short of what? Consequence encroachment. That's what? Signs of what? Bullish order flow. Then we start to leave it and run away. What did we create? A volume imbalance. This right here, I'm looking at this to do what? To be as a breakaway gap right here. Okay. What's the time? A BTR. So what? Locking that. Okay. Shut up, Papa Viejo. So volume imbalance. Then this was an entire 5 minutes um, bearish order block. So that's what we get here. Tapped in consequence encroachment. Then we start doing what? Dropping against us. Stops. Yeah. And probably that's where I close for today and we'll be done. Because this right here is a BBR, balanced price range. many handles do we lock in so far? We locked in about 15 handles, 16 handles to 16. Locked in about 16 handles, okay?